Please welcome to the stage, Beck.
Alright, so I'm pretty sure it's a given that maybe some of you are immigrants, maybe, I don't know. And I'll assume that a lot of you are probably bilingual, or maybe some of you, I don't know, Spanish class is a thing sometimes kids grow up with it. So I'm sure I'm not gonna assume all of you can relate, but maybe at least some of you will. I'm an immigrant, first generation in fact, and my mom's first language is Portuguese. Lovely language. I gotta say, well, that's probably because I'm inclined to bias. If I hear it from complete strangers, my little toddler brain will just kind of go, mother? So, my mom, 5'3", loves cooking, sings a little, very tired, and has a funny way of saying fuck. I love her, even though I struggle to understand her sometimes. But sometimes when I do understand her, she still makes no sense. Like this one time when I was a kid, and my mom took my brother and I with her to concerts she sang at churches. She was in a gospel group, and sometimes her group would get invited to churches that were pretty far away. So we ended up going on plenty of road trips. These were long, boring, and often late at night. So it wasn't uncommon for her to fall asleep during these road trips. But one of these road trips, my brother has a question for my mom and decides to wake her up. But when she does wake up, she looks around and just says in Portuguese, mayonnaise injection. And that's how I discovered crack cocaine. No, I didn't, but I might as well have from the similarities I'm seeing right now. But to be honest, I feel so bad for my mom. She was already an immigrant, single mom with 2 kids, and that's already a pain in the ass. But I have ADHD, okay? And that's gonna screw up what I like to call the gremlin scale. I'm gonna take this mic with me. There's no markers.
It's right there, red.
There is. I haven't seen an optometrist in months. Okay, don't blame me. Alright, so I'm sure you guys all know that kids can be utterly nuts, and kids can be utterly nuts, and I'm saying nuts too much. Okay, so in the x-axis, I can't speak. In the x-axis, I will mark time. Thank you, Montague, for letting me plagiarize you. And this will be, the y-axis will be gremlin scale. Now, I can't spell. So basically, this is just, time is going to represent your entire childhood to the age of 13 to birth. And basically, the gremlin scale will be determined by how much you scream. And so, it's already going to be halfway because you come out already screaming. So, and then the first few months, maybe as an infant, just went out of fetushood into, and it kind of goes down a little bit because you can't really speak. I mean, you're mostly crying during this time, I think. At least it's not for everyone. Sometimes they cry all the time. But then, just the first year, it's all right. You scream, you cry a little, but then at the age of 2, it just kind of peaks up into what I like to call the banshee peak, or otherwise the oh Jesus fuck peak. So yeah, and so it's during this time, you all know why it's the Jesus fuck peak, because you're screaming a lot more, you're walking around a lot more, it's self-given, and then just kind of stagnates a little. Need to check my notes because I have the memory of a fly. Hold on. And so it's gonna quiet. So it's gonna quiet a little bit because it's we can speak full sentences now. And then it kind of stagnates, but then at the age of 7, it kind of goes up a little bit more because then you're like starting 1st grade, and then you're wondering why your parents thought it was a good idea to put you in the same room as a bunch of other 7-year-olds who also don't want to be here. And then it just kind of stagnates again. I don't know, it just stagnates, you scream, okay? And then the age of 12, it's almost at the banshee peak at age 12, and I'm sure all of you know why, because first of all, that's when puberty hits. Puberty, okay? And that's when your voice is either dropping or you're bleeding all the time. And then your left nipple is a little bit higher than your right nipple, and you don't know why, and it makes you want to cry and maybe commit arson, and you don't know why. And then a bunch of adults, and the second, it's middle school, 6th 6th grade, okay? And 6th grade, adults are just like, look at all these emotionally volatile children. What would be the best idea? Putting them all in the same building where not only do they hate themselves, but they hate everyone else. And then we're gonna do anti-bullying campaigns from here and be like, oh my God, why are these kids so mean to each other? We couldn't have foreseen this. And so, this is, I don't know if this is accurate or not. I dropped out of math like twice, so, but basically this is just a general gist of childhood, but with someone with ADHD, with me, the skill becomes more like, Jesus, fuck, So, you're screaming all the time, okay? And so, for example, age 2, that just kind of gets, the Japan just gets even worse because when I was 2 years old, I didn't even speak until the age of 4, so, but I could walk, so I was like, if your dog became a person, but they had no human intellect at all, and they could walk on 2 legs and run. So, and I also had an obsession with McDonald's at the age of 2. So, so basically, whenever our car would pass by McDonald's, my mom would have to cover my eyes and distract me from the McDonald's. Because, or else if I saw it and I wanted to go there and my mom did not let me go there, I would scream like an 18th century woman who lost her children to cholera. So, and it would get even worse if we were on foot and we just walked by McDonald's. Because then if we were walking by, I would run, okay? And I could not speak, so and then my mom would eventually drag me away. And because, again, I did not speak, I would screech. It's like if Chucky had no control of the English language and the voice of a velociraptor, I would just look back and go, ah! So, yeah, my mom had to take care of the incarnation of the 20th Chucky sequel for maybe about a decade. And for that, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Sometimes, I'm still screaming right now, so, I don't know. Sometimes I suspect that I did not mature past the age of 2. So, I hope you like having a baby for a classmate.
Can you explain your humorists that you proposed to?
Okay, so first one, very predictable, I gotta say. I'm pretty sure like 20 people already picked this one, maybe 10, I don't know. John Mulaney, of course. I don't know, he relates to the youth a lot. Mm-hmm. And I just really liked his anecdotes. And cause, I don't know, when I see his anecdotal humor, it kind of makes me realize that I have a lot of strange stories from my childhood. Some of them didn't even make it here because I was writing the last few sentences like maybe 5 minutes before class. So, but yeah, I just thought anecdotal humor would just kind of fit for me because I was a strange child. And the second one, I don't think he's as apparent because I don't think I could capture his chaos god aesthetic as well. Obviously not. The second guy is Eric Andre because I don't know. I don't know how I would incorporate it. I think it would just maybe the awkward energy his show captures that I wanted to capture as well. And yeah, I don't know. Those are the 2 humorists I tried to. I don't know. They're my dads. So
they're your dads?
They're my dads now.
They're your humorist fathers.
Yeah, 4 fathers of humor.
I like that.
Okay.
Okay, audience, questions, comments?
Hi.
I like how you incorporated some physical comedy into your performance.
Thank you. Hi. You.
Go ahead, Will.
I like how you use like the speed, pitch, and volume of the way you were saying things to like accentuate the humor of the situation.
Thank you. Hi.
Yeah, I liked how all your jokes kind of ran into each other. There weren't like separate segments or anything. It all just kind of seemed like one cohesive piece.
Oh, thank you.
tough jokes that you had in the middle, like if the mic wasn't working, you would always have something to like not make it awkward. That was pretty cool.
Thank you. I don't know, sometimes I realized that the mic was not a little bit far away because I was distracted by drawing. So I thought maybe just kind of kissing the mic a little bit would help. I don't know, there's just something about her. Okay.
Beck, I feel like you're a natural up there. I mean, there were some moments, I felt like I was watching a professional stand-up comedian at certain points, like when you were talking about putting all the 6th graders in the one room and questioning that, your thought process was very coherent. It seemed like it was off the cuff, but it was planned at the same time. I got that sense of almost like a professional stand-up comedian up there at certain points in your performance, so I just want to commend you for that. Nice job.
So don't shy away from being different, because your stories are really interesting. They're actually pretty cool. I'd like to hear more of what you do. So don't be afraid to share those kinds of stories about your childhood, because they're very interesting.
It was interesting.
Yeah.
I would have added more, but